T-Dog, how do you feel the Packers are literally one win away from possibly making playoffs?
Oh, man, look at me going all glass half empty, and now I feel glass half full because and what does Tom Brady do?
Probably gets better. He probably retires and then goes back. Or these teams, when they play each other, it'll be decided who wins on a coin toss. Broncos country? Where'd you go?
That's right.
Hello! Welcome back to the Puck and Stuff podcast. I'm B-Dog. This is T-Dog. We are here. And you guys must be curious why there is a number one jersey on the wall.
Is it because we're the greatest podcast of all time? No
Yeah.
bias intended?
We are number one.
That's
for
why.
sure. For sports. Nothing else. But all jokes aside, it is our 1 year anniversary of doing Puck and Stuff podcast.
Woo!
Woo!
Oh, I should have got one of those, the things that go...
But
forget it.
anyways, welcome back to the Puck and Stuff podcast. I'm here with T-Dog. T-Dog, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, but I just want to say, well, how are you? And then I'll get into this. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty
Okay,
good.
that's good.
Go ahead.
I just got to be respectful.
Oh, of course.
Well, I got to say, it
Sympathy.
being our 1 year, though, so it's been a whole 365 days since we started this, I just want to say thank you for anyone who's ever watched, listened, or just commented, or just somewhat came across and interacted with our stuff. This is just a passion project for us. We have so much fun doing it, so the support really is appreciated. And, hey, let's cheers to another year, to year 2 there, and yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, many years to come, hopefully, with this podcast, and we love the support you're giving. We are at 180 subs on YouTube, almost at 1,000 still, haven't broke it yet. We would love the support to break those records and keep on going. But hey, guys, wildcard weekend is over, and now we're on to the Divisional. What a crazy week of wild
Pretty good
card.
games. Like I was saying before we recorded, I think most of these games are pretty much predicted correctly. But
Yeah, I would say so.
one game was like, whoa, buddy, like Squidward choking on fork, kind of whoa, you know.
Yeah, I think we'll get right into it. The first game of the wild card was the Buffalo Bills going up against the Miami Dolphins, where the Bills take a W, 34-31. Without Tua, that game is a lot closer than you think.
It shouldn't have been that close. Buffalo's offense didn't look as A+ as it should be.
No.
Looked fine. But the defense as well, the team doesn't look as sculpted as I think most of us thought they would. And that's a little... I think the reason why we're all a bit worried as fans for this is because, well, look, you got to play next.
Yeah. I think we'll
And then
get
after if you win, right? The road gets a lot tougher.
Yeah, definitely. And the Buffalo Bills on defensive end have dealt with some injuries, key injuries. Like Von Miller's out for the season. Yeah. You had Hamlin dealing with that scary incident when they versed the Bengals just before week 18. And there is a lot of problems, but I didn't expect you guys having such a close game like that. But hey, a win's a win. You move on to the next round. And
we should probably give Miami a bit of a shout out. Though,
yeah,
right?
I'll give Miami the shout out.
They did keep it in. I mean, I thought the start of the game, I thought it was going to be a blowout. I'm like, dude, there's no way they're going to come close. And then, but
they came back.
You know, only a field goal away from tying it. So, I mean, you know what? Good for Miami. They had a great season. A few downs, and especially I think a lot of that has to do with Tua and his injuries. So hopefully he recovers well. We'll see what happens with their quarterback situation, I guess, after this season. Yeah. But, yeah, Miami, unfortunately, just kind of got the luck of the draw where they had to play Buffalo.
Yeah.
And maybe a different story if they played a team that wasn't Buffalo in the first round, but that's just how it goes. So
Exactly, that's how it goes. And the next game we had was the San Francisco 49ers versus the Seattle Seahawks. And I got to admit, the Seahawks came out strong, trying to compete with Brock Purdy and the 49ers, but it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. The magic died out, and the 49ers came up 41-23 and move on to the next round. Good performance by both teams. I watched a little bit of this game. I couldn't watch it all, and it's really hard to just beat the defense that San Francisco has.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly. I think Geno has the capability of leading a playoff team, but he just needs to extend that next step in playoff level. But,
yeah.
Hey, he hasn't really experienced that playoffs yet, so I'll give him some credit. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, well, solid win for San Fran. They're just an absolute monstrosity of a team when it comes to, their defensive end. Mm-hmm. And Seattle, I mean, let's give them credit, too, though. did anyone think Seattle was going to be in the playoffs?
No,
I don't
no.
think anyone besides Seahawks fans thought that. So congrats to
You
them.
made playoffs. And you know what, though? Denver did so bad. You guys have a good pick in the draft. So you make playoffs and you get a good high pick.
This might work out in the long run better
Yeah, exactly.
if they didn't win. So I'm just it's
even if you do sign Gino or not, you guys have that's a pretty good season. Like from going from 2 to 14 possibility predictions to this, hey, that's a round of applause right there. But hey, we move on, and the Sunday games, we're gonna start off with an upset. Not the upset, but one of the upsets. It's the New York Giants versus the Minnesota Vikings. And you know what? The one mistake I made when I was choosing the wild card picks was the Vikings. I had hoped they could at least make it to the second round. Second round, guys. Kirk Cousins didn't have prime time, but he still lost. Like, I gotta admit, he still had a good game, but just overall, you lost to the Giants. T-Dog, take her away. That enraged me so much.
It's funny. It's just funny. Like, it's always funny when the naysayers on Twitter or wherever it is are correct. That's all I could hear with Minnesota, right? Because they got those blowout losses, and it was like, oh, I don't know. They don't really look like a team that should be in the position they're in.
No.
Guess they were right, but yeah, Minnesota should have played way. Like, it didn't really seem like they were in like the game completely.
No, the Giants looked like they were completely taking over the game since like the first snap. It was insane. And Barkley played. I love seeing playoff Barkley now, though. But like Saquon Barkley in the playoffs is scary.
Home, man.
Yeah, definitely. I can't wait to see him next round for sure. But hey, I guess I'll go to the other upset.
NFC North Division, man.
Yeah, literally.
It was something else.
Yeah, so actually, I forgot to give out the scores. The Giants did come on top 31-24 against the Vikings. And we go up to the other upset, and I thought this game was over. I thought I picked the wrong team to win because the Los Angeles Chargers were up 27-0, and they blew it.
You blew it!
Yeah, you blew it. Like, Trevor Lawrence threw 4 picks in the first half, and they came back and won by 1 point.
Justin Herbert's just too good right now.
Just too good. Just too good.
Shout out urinating tree.
Oh,
man. Yo, he had a sick Mahomes throw, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice.
But, hey, I really don't have much to say. The Chargers blew it, and the Jags move on with such a young, talented team, and I was right on that pick at least. I don't feel happy I picked that, and that happened.
It's weird. Honestly, I'm going to be straight. Here's the thing. One of these guys probably would have had to play Kansas City. I don't really think you're doing anyone a favor.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong there. One of these teams did have to play Kansas City.
Yeah, Chargers choked, though. My goodness, because, like, I thought it was going to be a blowout. I'm like, what's Jacksonville doing? Because it really looked like the confidence level of Lawrence at the start of the game, I would say the first 2 quarters, the first half or so.
Yeah.
Like, it looked kind of shot. I'm like, I don't know how you're going to bounce back from it, but... Man, he regained it. I mean, that's what a talented athlete can do, right? Like, you can, have a bad game, but take that compete level and raise it up a notch and be able to, like, overcome it.
Especially in playoffs, for sure. Like, that's what you need. You go into, like, the halftime, you haven't had a good first half, and then you come out in the second and you actually dominate. And I think that's what Lawrence totally did with this team. Defensively, they were on God for, like, covering Herbert in the second half. And... Chargers, you blew it. Simple as that. I guess there's always next year. Same with the Vikings. But hey, we'll move on to our last Sunday night game. It was the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. And na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye, Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson has been traded to the New York Jets.
Yeah.
That's the speculation that was going around. We made a speculation. We were like, because Carr might be leaving, right? The Raiders. Carr goes to the Ravens.
Brady might leave the Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's possible.
Switcheroo of QBs? That would be interesting for sure. But anyways, back on topic. The Bengals come up 24-17, eliminating the Baltimore Ravens out of playoffs. As a divisional rival, that's so sweet of words to hear. I love to see it. I love to hear it. And we move on to the next round. against the Buffalo Bills, and I'm kind of excited for that one. But a little bit into the Baltimore versus Cincinnati game, I got to admit, the Ravens did hold a fight. Like, that last drive was just straight. It was insane. And also, I got to give so much respect to our defensive end. He ran 96 yards for a pick 6. They fumbled it on the 1-yard line, and they ran it back. Oh, my God. Joe Burrow, the only thing Joe Burrow had to say about that, he's like, run faster. He needed the oxygen tank for after that run.
Good
for
answer.
Sure.
Bengals look like they had a lot of fun with this game, though.
They did.
Which is good. I mean, got some momentum going, but that is definitely, I'm just going to say it right now, the game I'm like most excited for next week, it's Cincinnati Bills.
Yeah, that is.
Bengals Bills, man. I mean, that's going to be something else.
Yeah.
That's going to be a lot of hype to it. I'm excited.
I'm really excited too. And we move on to our Monday night game, which we just finished here. Like perfectly. The Dallas Cowboys, how about them Cowboys, are not first round exited. They beat the Bucks.
I told you. See, now the fans are going to go to the streets of Dallas and they're going to go, yeehaw. I'm Albertan, I can say that. And they're going to like celebrate it like they just won the bowl. And then they're just going to lose in the second round. Because San Francisco is just going to out-defend them. That's what's going to happen. Okay, but all the negativity aside, though, like, Cowboys absolutely dominated the Bucks. Like, the Bucks just did not have an answer for anything.
No, not
right.
once.
Prescott looked pretty solid. I mean, I think the defense is what won them the game.
100%.
All 100%. But
I did not bet against Brady, and it screwed me over. What's next for the GOAT? What's next for Tom Brady?
I love how that's the question that we have to answer. Right after the Cowboys winning our playoff round. How long is it back? I don't even remember.
Like, not even 5 minutes.
But, I don't know. I mean, yeah, he leaves to what team? I don't know. I'm going to wait to, like, answer, like, what team he would go to during the offseason. Because, I mean, like, for my team, I got a quarterback situation that I got to figure out, too. So we'll see about this stuff. But
honestly,
I mean, yeah, I can see what you're saying. Like, yeah, he's gonna stay and play. He's gonna play a few more years.
Okay, so honestly, my two options for Tom Brady, it's either he retires or he goes to another team. Personally, the other team I could truly think of is the Las Vegas Raiders. We were talking about this a little bit before the podcast, and with Derek Carr possibly saying goodbye to Las Vegas, why not bring a guy like Brady in for Devontae Adams? That could be a big upgrade, and that's an actual quarterback that you would. You remember what he said at the beginning of the season?
He did.
That was But so basically, Dallas moves on to the second round with the win, 31-14, and hey, we're on the divisional round. I guess we start making predictions. I think the first game we should start with is the AFC Jacksonville Jaguars versus Kansas City Chiefs.
Ooh, okay.
Lawrence versus Mahomes.
You know what? This is actually going to be a really good game.
I think so, too.
Like, again, like I have my favorite for the one I'm going to for sure want to, like, watch. But this game, I think Jacksonville is going to kind of do a similar thing to what they did to the Chargers. Kansas City wins this game. I think they're just too out-dominant. And, I mean, Trevor Lawrence will have his time. This is just going to give him some confidence, and he'll build from it. That's what I think. But that's what I think happens. Kansas City comes out strong in the first half. They get a decent lead, but Jacksonville like makes it a game in the end. Right?
Honestly, yeah.
Hence, then making it even more so crazy when Kansas City plays the next round. And then there's a lot of questions with whoever they have to play between Cincinnati and Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think. So I think Kansas City wins this game, but I think it's going to be closer than most people think.
I was going to say it's going to be like the Chargers game. So you're telling me Trevor Lawrence pulled 4 picks out of his ass in the first half?
Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have.
Okay, so no, honestly, I think we are both in the same boat here. I think Jacksonville will pick up a fight with this team because I really think it depends on the defense if you can hold down Mahomes and Travis Kelce. That is probably your biggest threats in general against the Chiefs. But if you can lock down those two, you make it a closer game than it should. But you're basing it off of Patrick Mahomes, who's having an MVP season. So I'm still going to give it to the Chiefs, but honestly, if another upset this playoffs is the Chiefs getting eliminated, I would not be that
Oh,
shocked.
no, I don't think anyone would complain. I mean, seeing the Jaguars, I think they'd be like an underdog favorite after this point.
Well, yeah,
we'll
because
see.
if you look at last year, Burrow beat Mahomes in like the AFC Championship,
Yeah.
and it blew everyone's minds out of the water of like, how the did this happen?
Yeah, literally.
So, yeah, I think we move on to the NFC, the New York Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Divisional rivalry game.
This is going to be good.
This is going to be a good game. All right, T-Dog.
Dude, this was a little harder for me to predict, actually.
Yeah, the more and more you go down,
the more I think about it.
Yeah.
Giants got to stick to their game plan. Run away with the game, right? The Eagles getting a week off. Now, some teams really get really benefit from the week off. I think usually that's teams with injury problems.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they don't. I don't know.
These are tough, aren't they?
Part of me wants to say that the Giants are just going to take this momentum from this week's win forward and just go through with it. But I think the Eagles, man, I don't think there was no coincidence why Hurts and this team did so well in the regular season. I really think there's something there with this team. They seem pretty solid overall. What do you think? And then I'll go.
All right. Okay, I'll give my emphasis on this.
You persuade me.
I got to admit that the performance that Daniel Jones did against the Vikings is actually very impressive. For Daniel Jones, I didn't have a lot of hope on the guy. He kind of seemed like a meme quarterback to me, or mediocre even, I could say. But honestly, he blew my expectations out of the water, especially against the Vikings here. But we look at the Philadelphia Eagles this season, and it's a different juggernaut. I'm not going to lie. The defense for the Giants looked good. But if they could keep up with Hurts and just A.J. Brown in general, okay, maybe it's close. But honestly, I think Philly takes this W.
Philly takes it?
Yeah, I think Philly takes this W.
No, I feel like if I say Philly, it's because you persuaded me.
No, I didn't.
Nah.
You're going to say Giants,
I
aren't
don't
you?
know why it's just Giants. I just feel like
They're going to run away with it.
They haven't proved me wrong yet. You know what I mean?
I mean,
But
sure.
Philly is the better team on paper, and if you were to place a bet on this, you'd pick Philly. So you know what? Yeah, I'll still pick Philly. A close game.
Honestly, yeah, because I think the Giants are still a talented team, especially offensively, but I don't think it's close enough with the Eagles' defense to hold its caliber like it would the Vikings. Because Vikings' defense, yeah. Anyways, AFC final game. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the Buffalo Bills. The game that literally everyone has been waiting for. And we're going the Bills Mafia. Ooh. That scares me.
Man.
That scares me.
Like I said, this game is evenly matched.
Yeah.
This is very evenly matched.
Probably the next top two quarterbacks of the decade. Burrow and Allen.
Young, up-and-coming all-star QBs. Same title for their wide receivers. Defense are solid. Although the Bills have some prime injured players, that might be the difference in this game.
Maybe.
Or you see a kicker just misses field goals.
I mean,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it worked for Dallas. So
that did work for Dallas. So that is very true. But if I'm going to give my emphasis on this, I'm looking at the Bengals right now. Great. It was a good win against the Baltimore Ravens. Maybe a little bit closer than you want it, but the defense struck out for sure. I love our defense. I think we could hold Josh Allen and Diggs for a portion of the game. Probably not through all of it, obviously. But the thing that worries me about my offense right now is 3 of our star O-linemen are injured right now. And we're working off of backups. So I'm worried about Joe Burrow in the pocket and not having enough time to throw. Because it's really hard for him to throw to his star wide receivers, probably top 3 trio in the NFL, where he's just getting destroyed in the pocket. So I think that will be your biggest factor as a Bengals fan right now of can your O-line protect your QB enough time to score some points?
Yeah, that's a good point, right? But then as well, go to Buffalo. Gabe Davis also had a great game last game.
Yes, he did.
So, it's an offensive threat. Both teams have also... It really does come down to which defensive team is going to just play their cards correct. That's what I think.
Defense wins championships.
You know what? I'm gonna say Bengals just pull it out. That's tough, but I think the Bengals just pull it out, and I want to say because of key injuries to Buffalo's defense. That's what I think.
I mean,
and that's not like being. I mean, okay, I'm not a Bengals fan. I mean, for you, it'd be biased.
Yeah, I can be biased, but damn, I wasn't expecting it from you. Okay, so this is probably going to be the hypest game of the whole divisional round, and I do think Cincinnati will come on top, but I won't complain if the Bills come on top either. Honestly, if either of these teams come out on top, I want you going to the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Well, not even going to lie.
Either or. But I think Cincinnati
just seeing Buffalo here, I want to see their fans what they do for Super Bowl.
Oh, my God. I would love to see it.
I want to see the table market stock rise. That's what I want to see, okay?
Everyone's buying a bunch of tables. Yeah. Damn, during COVID, we were running out of toilet paper. During Super Bowl this year, we're running out of tables. They're all getting smashed.
That's actually not good, though, because if that happens, I mean, this is Buffalo's pretty close to our border, though. That's East.
Well, that's East. That's Ontario's problem, not ours.
If they buy all the tables, and it's how you gonna enjoy camping or just in general outdoor activities?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? We only get nice weather here for 1 month, so save a few for us so we can enjoy our outdoor activities, okay?
Exactly. So we got our final matchup in the NFC. We just found out it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys versus the 49ers. Wow. Both teams are kind of juggernauts in the NFC. You got Dallas that has Dak Prescott actually playing to his potential in a playoff game, finally, after so many years, and with a pretty good offensive team. Then you look at the defense for Dallas. Parsons, anyone? Probably one of the best linebackers in the league right now. Absolutely deadly. But you also look at the 49ers. They have Big Brock Cock Purdy, and just that dominant offense with a dominant defense. This game could go back and forth. I really don't know. This is the second hardest game on his list.
It's a good game. But San Francisco, I think we both have the same sentiment that this team is most likely going to be the favorite coming out of the NFC. I mean, that's probably a lie in the sense, the Eagles are here and with their position. But, again, just like the way they play their defense. And, Purdy has been stellar. Hey, Prescott wasn't looking too bad either. He was looking pretty shabby. As much as I was making fun of Dallas fans. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'll stick with it that Dallas, doesn't make it past the second round here. But I think that it'll also be a fight. This will be one of those games that's just probably a few things. Maybe a few tuck rules. Maybe a few roughing the passers, right? Just to spice the game up a little bit. So
it's the NFL script. What do you expect? Exactly. But okay, honestly, I do want Brock Purdy to somehow make it to the Super Bowl and somehow win it if
that would be such a
awesome what a story! Oh my God, perfect storyline awesome. For Mr. Irrelevant, perfect. But I did say that the Minnesota Vikings would make it past the first round. But wouldn't make it past second. So I'm going to make another ballsy pick and say Dallas makes it past this round, but they don't beat Philly in the NFC Championship.
Okay.
So how about them Cowboys? I finally joined the bandwagon for one game. You guys looked really good against the Bucs and Tom Brady, and I don't see why you can't do it against the 49ers. Your offensive line played really well this game, so if you just keep it with that, I think you guys are good. And hey guys, that's our divisional round video, and thank you guys. 1 year of Puck and Stuff. Thank you guys so much for the support. Again, if you guys did like this video, please comment, and please subscribe. We're getting close to 200 subs on YouTube, and so on and so forth. D-Dog, take it away.
All right, thanks guys so much for watching, listening, wherever you're consuming this content. Question for you guys, what are your predictions? Who makes it past this round and goes to the next
round?
I don't know. Guess we'll find out next week. Unless you got the script, then let us know so we can prepare so the next episode is even better.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, but anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, all that good stuff. And hey, keep on rocking in the free world. And hey, almost Super Bowl time, baby. A few more weeks to go. Have a good one.
Peace.